Hey Bat fans, welcome back to Room 237, coming at you with another animated Batman film. And this one has to be my second to least favorite, next to the one that I dislike the most. And that is Batman and Harley Quinn from 2017. The only one worse than this would have to be Batman Ninja. And I wasn't even the biggest fan of Gotham Knight. Maybe I like this one more, I don't know, than Gotham Knight. I don't know, there's just a lot that I don't like about this movie. Which is really odd because it's a spin-off of the animated series. Or more specifically, Season 4 or the new Batman Adventures. Because it has that revamped animation, and it's more like the fourth season. And in this, the whole plot is Poison Ivy and Floronic Man, who's voiced by, I always forget his fucking name. He voiced Joker in The Batman. Kevin Michael Richardson. Who Floronic Man is Jason Woodrue, who was the scientist who killed Uma Thurman in Batman and Robin. They're both, plant villains, and they have this experiment where once this thing is released, it will kill all. Or maybe not kill, but it will turn all humans and animals into plants, and Mother Earth can thrive again. So Batman and Nightwing have to stop her, but the only way they can do that is if they recruit Harley Quinn, because of her friendship with Poison Ivy and how to find her. Which could have made for a decent movie, or a decent, maybe two-parter episode. With the time, it would be close to a 4-hour episode, but a lot of this could have been cut out. And there's a lot of humor that, don't get me wrong, I can appreciate humor in Batman. I can appreciate humor in the animated series. Like, one of my favorite episodes is Almost Got 'Em, where villains are sitting around playing poker, sharing the story about how they almost got Batman. And Killer Croc starts telling his story. And he's like, they all look at him, they're like, so what happened? He's like, I threw a rock at him. They all stare at him, he's like, it's a big rock. I can handle humor, but this is beyond silly, almost into the realm of, and this is gonna sting, like Adam Sandler. Like, there's a whole bit where they're in the Batmobile and Harley Quinn is farting. The first chunk of time is a road trip with the three of them. And then they know where Ivy and Woodrue are headed, which is down to the Louisiana swamps, which you get to see Swamp Thing, who's like my third favorite hero, anti-hero, whatever you want to call him, in comic books. He's actually voiced by John DiMaggio, who voiced Joker in Under the Red Hood. And where it's based, or spun off of the animated series, you get Kevin Conroy as Batman, Loren as Nightwing, the two best voices for those characters. And Nightwing looks a little different because in Season 4, when he was in it, he had that stupid a mullet. In this, he doesn't. And the humor, it's like they get to... Okay, well... It starts out with Ivy and Woodrow in this lab trying to get this scientist that can help them. She'll keep kissing him to get him under her spell, and get him to work for them. You know, law enforcement shows up, they escape. Batman comes in to check it out. He realizes what's going on. Talks over with Nightwing, and they realize their only help is Harley Quinn. We see Harley's been, she's been straight for the last while. She's working at this place called Super Babes, which is kind of like Hooters for like comic book females. I was gonna say heroes, but she's Harley, and she wears her own costume. And even when she first appears, there's like this newer Harley with like a skirt, her hair, she still has pigtails, but it's black and red. Eventually she changes into her classic outfit. And that's when we first get to hear Harley's voice, which is probably my biggest complaint about this film. Because she's voiced by Melissa Rauch, who plays Bernadette on Big Bang Theory, which you think would be a nice fit, because even her Bernadette voice, even if she does that, it would be more passable than this. It's this really like heavy, gruff, like the way she talks is I don't know how to describe it. She tries to do the Arlene Sorkin, New York, New Jersey woman accent, but she's way over the top with it. I mean, she did make Harley her own. She didn't try to copy Arlene Sorkin or Tara Strong. Why they didn't just get Tara Strong, I have no idea. So, they're trying to find her so they can ask her to help. Nightwing gets to her first. They fight, she knocks him out, and then there's the famous scene where he wakes up in her condemned apartment, tied to her bed. They end up having sex, and it's weird. It's not as bad as Batman and Batgirl and the Killing Joke, but it's still just like, why? They're in the Batmobile, and she's talking about how, there's like this bar way out in the country where henchmen go. Like henchmen of villains. And one of Ivy's is out there. Maybe I can get some info from him. In mid-sentence, she's like, stop, it's that guy. So we think it's him. She chases him down, starts beating him up. And they're like, this is the guy we're looking for? She's like, no, he stood me up for the prom or something stupid. And then some other humor that even makes me go like, wow, they're really kind of pushing this. Like, when Batman first meets up with him, it's okay, let's all go, let's get in the Batmobile. He tries opening the door for her because she's having a hard time. And she's like, wow, 20 minutes of naughty time and they think they own you. He's like, I'm just trying to help. And then she literally says, hey, I'll give you a call sometime, like if I run out of batteries. I'm just like, holy fuck, DC. They get out to the henchman bar, and some of the henchmen I recognize, like there's this one girl in a winter coat that's dancing. She was one of Freeze's henchwomen in one episode. There's another in like a black one piece with a bowler cap. I think she works at the Iceberg Lounge. So there's henchmen that I've seen throughout the series. And there's one with these two twins who are singing this love song, and I took a picture of this. Some of the chorus says something about, don't pull your love out on me, baby. And then this part with the picture, they say, don't make me get down on my knees and beg. Come on, DC. That's a little on the nose. And then Harley does this whole song, like this sort of punky, rocky song, like almost like a runaway song. She sings the whole damn thing. Then when they go to leave, all the henchmen are like, "All right, Bats, we got you." And then Batman like smiles, he's like, "Let's go, boys." And then we're outside the bar, and like the '60s series with Adam West, we get these onomatopoeias. Like, I think the first one, I want to say blam, but I don't know. There's a first one, then it says bleed with bloody letters, and then it says ow, my balls. So yeah, very fucking silly. And then like when she's farting, because she's saying like there's like burritos that she ate, and Batman won't stop. So she's just like, fine. And she just keeps farting, and with every fart, Nightwing is getting more and more like, oh please, I'm begging you. I will say when Batman says, it's not so bad, it smells like a discipline. That was kind of funny. And the movie just keeps going. Like, they find Ivy and Woodrue. The doctor ends up getting stabbed because Floronic Man can, like, extend himself and, like, stab through him. Harley's, like, holding him, trying to tell him he's going to be okay. So we get some humanity in her. Everyone's looking for those two, so they like eat these yams from Swamp Thing, so they can like, it's like they're tripping sack, but they can like travel through trees to get to the swamp. Batman and Harley get to the swamp. Harley talks Ivy out of it, but then just as Floronic Man is gonna release this agent, Swamp Thing comes out. And Swamp Thing tells him, this isn't the way to do it, even though, your causes are just. This isn't the way, even though the planet's suffering, but it's not my place to judge, so do whatever the fuck you want. And, like, Floronic Man is, like, this Hulk-sized, incredibly deep-voiced being, but then Swamp Thing comes out, and he's, like, King Kong with an even deeper voice, like God-sounding, and I love Swamp Thing. I only have the first volume of Alan Moore's run, but I have Wes Craven's movie. I really like Swamp Thing. And then it's the end, and Floronic Man's gonna release it anyway, but then Harley's like, he's kind of leafy. Has anyone got a match? So Batman lights a match, and then they each kisses her on the cheek, and then it ends. And you get the same like 60s comedy. I can't even place that kind of animation. Almost like take like the construction paper of South Park, but make it like 60s and really goofy and silly with this cartoony music, which is also played during the opening credits. Yeah, usually by the time they get to the swamp, I kind of get used to Rauch's voice as Harley Quinn. But a lot of the stuff she says is just annoying, like especially when she goes on these long tangents. The best thing Harley does in this, my favorite thing she does, she doesn't even say anything. Like, Ivy's telling her, like, there's nothing you can do that's going to change my mind. I'm doing this regardless. And even the build-up is kind of funny, because she's like, you're going to make me do it, aren't you? Alright, I warned you. Time for the nuclear option. So she takes her hat off and her makeup, and Ivy's like, don't do it. And she just gives this, like, puppy dog look and starts, like, tearing up. And then Ivy feels bad and hugs her. It's like, okay, I won't. So, okay, that's a nice Harley Quinn moment. Because she's so cute and adorable, all she has to do is make that face. Can, I guess, make Ivy stop. But yeah, it almost, like, the humor is so, like, immature. And it's hard. It's a Harley Quinn movie, so you have to have some humor. I don't know if they had to go that far, but I have the feeling every time they do a Batman film, there's always talk or demand for it to be like the animated series, whether it be the animation style or, you know, another original spin-off like this. And it almost has that feeling like they're tired of it, like they're almost tired of the animated series. They want to do different stuff, that they just threw all that sort of dumb shit in there, sort of like begrudging, almost like they were just shaking it all off. Like, let's just roll, just have fun, just do it. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this. I think this is my girlfriend's favorite one. And again, it is weird because the animated series is my favorite thing of Batman. Even the 4th season, which I'm not super crazy about because of the animation. But yeah, I don't really care for this movie at all. At least it's got a bunch of features. It's got a nice 20-minute documentary on Harley. Got a interview with Loren Lester. 2 bonus cartoons. One is Harley and Ivy, or Ivy and Harley. Then the other one I think is Harley's Holiday or something like that. And then you get like 4 sneak peeks. So, I mean, all that alone I guess is worth it. But yeah, I don't care for this movie at all. I don't hate it. Like, I don't hate it. I just don't really care for it. And I don't really want to recommend it because, I mean, if you love Batman, you may like it. Like, that's the only reason why I'm able to sit through it. But it's really just the humor in Harley's voice that I really have a hard time with. The plot and everything, you know, I can sort of get behind. But anyway, yeah, not a big fan of this movie. That was Batman and Harley Quinn. So, thank you for watching.